of all the sources of good in your life and an appreciation of everybody who has given of him or herself.
In a bold move that's sending shockwaves through global power structures, Botswana's new president has joined forces with Captain Ibrahim Traoré, calling for the creation of a unified African military industry.
That will not only shorten your supply chain, but can also make you self-sufficient in certain supplies. I have directed that a feasibility study.
No longer content with Western dependency, this alliance signals a rising African awakening, and Traoré is leading the charge. As Africa's youth rally behind the demand for sovereignty and strength, this new partnership may be the blueprint for a continent-wide shift. From Ouagadougou to Gaborone, a powerful message is echoing. Africa will defend itself and build its future on its own terms.
Burkina Faso, like many of its neighbors, operated within a security framework designed and controlled by external powers. The results, as we've all seen, were mixed at best. Despite billions spent on counter-terrorism operations and military assistance, the Sahel's security situation continued to deteriorate.
Traoré's military revolution, a new era of African defense. Captain Ibrahim Traoré has emerged as a transformative figure in African military leadership. Since seizing power in 2022, he has prioritized strengthening Burkina Faso's defense capabilities, investing over $1 billion in military equipment in 2023 alone. This modernization drive includes acquiring drones, armored vehicles, and advanced weaponry to combat insurgent threats more effectively. A key element of this transformation has been forging strategic partnerships with countries like Russia and Turkey. These alliances have enabled the procurement of cutting-edge technology, including Turkish Bayraktar drones and Russian air defense systems, significantly enhancing the nation's operational capabilities. Under Traoré's leadership, the creation of Rapid Intervention Battalions, BIRs, has further reinforced military readiness. These elite units are trained to respond swiftly to threats, marking a shift toward a more agile and responsive military structure. Beyond military hardware, Traoré's approach reflects a broader ideological shift, one that emphasizes African self-reliance, sovereignty, and reduced dependency on former colonial powers. By challenging traditional power dynamics and investing in indigenous strength, Traoré has set a new standard for African defense leadership. His bold moves have not only positioned Burkina Faso as a key player in regional security, but have also inspired neighboring nations to reassess their own defense strategies. With a focus on regional cooperation and homegrown capability, Traoré's vision represents a significant step toward long-term stability and security in West Africa. Through his leadership, Burkina Faso is redefining what it means to protect and empower a nation from within.
Of all the sources of good in your life and an appreciation of everybody who has given of him or herself.
Botswana's strategic alliance with Traoré, a new chapter in African unity. Botswana's recent collaboration with Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso marks a pivotal shift in African geopolitics and defense strategy. Traditionally aligned with Western powers, Botswana's decision to partner with Traoré signals a bold move toward greater continental solidarity and self-reliance. This alliance reflects a shared vision for an autonomous Africa, where security and development are driven by African nations themselves rather than external influence. The partnership is centered on developing a robust African military industry, drawing on Burkina Faso's rapid advancements under Traoré's leadership. With over $1 billion invested in defense upgrades in 2023 alone, Burkina Faso has become a model of military modernization, acquiring drones, armored vehicles, and cutting-edge weaponry. Botswana's own modernization efforts now align with this trajectory, emphasizing the acquisition of advanced defense systems and tactical vehicles. Crucially, the alliance emphasizes joint training programs, technology transfers, and coordinated defense initiatives. These efforts are designed to enhance the operational readiness and self-sufficiency of both nations while fostering a culture of shared security responsibility across the continent. By uniting their resources, Botswana and Burkina Faso demonstrate the effectiveness of intra-African cooperation in addressing common threats. This strategic partnership serves as a compelling model for other African nations, encouraging a shift away from dependency on foreign military aid. It underscores the importance of African-led solutions to African challenges, reaffirming the continent's commitment to sovereignty, stability, and sustainable development. In doing so, Botswana and Burkina Faso are not just securing their borders, they are shaping the future of African defense leadership.
The AES, forged in September 2023 through the Liptako-Gourma Charter, is not just a regional alliance. It is a Pan-African clarion call for sovereignty, self-reliance, and unity.
The Alliance of Sahel States, Traoré's vision for regional integration. Under Captain Ibrahim Traoré's leadership, the Alliance of Sahel States, AES, comprising Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, has emerged as a powerful force for regional cooperation in West Africa. Formed in response to shared security and development challenges, the AES reflects a unified commitment to self-reliance, sovereignty, and stability. Traoré's influence is especially evident in the creation of a joint military force of 5,000 troops aimed at combating terrorism and insurgency across the region. Beyond military coordination, the AES is advancing bold economic initiatives under Traoré's guidance. These include proposals for a common currency and the establishment of a confederal investment bank, both designed to reduce dependency on foreign financial institutions and promote regional economic independence. Traoré also champions deeper integration in cultural and judicial affairs, fostering a collective identity among the member states. His vision has transformed the AES into more than a security pact. It is now a platform for comprehensive regional development. The alliance stands as a model of African unity, resilience, and strategic collaboration. Through Traoré's leadership, the AES exemplifies how regional solidarity can effectively address common challenges and lay the groundwork for lasting prosperity and sovereignty in West Africa.
The Bongu and Wanyun gold mines in Burkina Faso were previously owned by an African mining company. But this is now set to change, as Ouagadougou agreed a deal on Tuesday to nationalize the mines for around $80 million. The companies had been locked in a legal dispute, with Endeavour accusing Lilium of missing payments, while Lilium alleged that London-listed Endeavour had misrepresented financial information about the mines.
Economic sovereignty, Traoré's blueprint for self-reliance. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's economic policies prioritize self-sufficiency and national control over Burkina Faso's natural and strategic resources. Determined to break the cycle of dependency on foreign powers, his administration has implemented bold reforms aimed at reclaiming economic sovereignty. A central pillar of this vision is the nationalization of key industries, most notably the construction of Burkina Faso's first gold refinery. This facility enables the country to process its gold domestically, increasing state revenues and reducing exploitation by foreign companies. To further ensure that the nation's wealth benefits its citizens, Traoré suspended export permits for small-scale gold producers. This move curbs illegal trade and enhances government oversight of the lucrative mining sector. Simultaneously, he has prioritized agriculture as a backbone of the economy, directing significant investments into farming equipment, irrigation, and rural infrastructure. These efforts have already led to improved cereal production and bolstered food security. Traoré's approach reflects a larger strategy of leveraging internal resources to drive economic growth, reduce dependency on foreign aid, and foster resilience. His commitment to economic autonomy aligns with his broader vision of a sovereign, self-reliant Burkina Faso. Through these forward-looking initiatives, Traoré is not only transforming his nation's economy, but also offering a model for other African countries striving to reclaim control over their development paths.
Fonctionnant à Ouagadougou depuis 2024, où l'enseignement de la langue russe est notamment organisé.
Traoré's diplomatic strategy, redefining African foreign relations. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's foreign policy represents a bold shift from traditional alliances toward partnerships that prioritize Burkina Faso's sovereignty and national interests. Rejecting the influence of former colonial powers, particularly France, Traoré has reoriented the country's diplomatic and security strategy to reflect a more independent and multipolar vision of global engagement. One of the key aspects of this new direction is Burkina Faso's strengthened ties with Russia, a nation that provides military support without imposing political conditions. Traoré's active participation in Russia-Africa summits and his collaboration with the Kremlin-backed Bear Brigade highlight his commitment to forging strategic alliances that respect Burkina Faso's autonomy. These relationships allow the country to enhance its defense capabilities while maintaining control over its internal affairs. Regionally, Traoré has championed cooperation through the formation of the Alliance of Sahel States, AES, a trilateral pact with Mali and Niger aimed at promoting collective security, economic integration, and political unity. This move underscores his dedication to building African-led solutions for African challenges. By pursuing partnerships based on mutual respect and shared interests, Traoré is challenging the long-standing dominance of Western influence in the region. His foreign policy is redefining Burkina Faso's role on the global stage. Assertive, self-reliant, and aligned with a broader vision of African sovereignty and cooperation in a multipolar world.
675 young people have been undergoing intensive training at the Maturko National School of Agriculture, NAFA.
Empowering the youth, Traoré's investment in the future. Captain Ibrahim Traoré recognizes that the youth are the backbone of Burkina Faso's future, and his administration has made their empowerment a national priority. Understanding the transformative potential of education and skills development, Traoré has launched initiatives aimed at expanding access to quality education, vocational training, and entrepreneurship programs. These efforts are designed to equip young people with the tools needed to actively contribute to the country's economic growth and social progress. A key component of his strategy includes the distribution of agricultural equipment to young farmers, promoting self-sufficiency and job creation in rural areas. Traoré has also bolstered support for small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, enabling young entrepreneurs to launch and grow businesses that address local needs while driving innovation and economic diversification. His focus on youth is not limited to economic empowerment. It reflects a deeper vision of an inclusive, participatory society where the younger generation plays a pivotal role in shaping Burkina Faso's future. By integrating youth into national development efforts, Traoré is fostering a sense of ownership, pride, and responsibility among them. Through these initiatives, Captain Ibrahim Traoré is cultivating a generation of leaders and changemakers. His commitment to youth empowerment is strengthening social cohesion and laying the foundation for a resilient and forward-looking nation.
Who are these experts? Where do they get their funding? National Endowment for Democracy, NED, American Democracy Exporter.
Media and information, Traoré's control over the narrative. Captain Ibrahim Traoré has taken decisive steps to assert control over media and information in Burkina Faso, sparking both domestic and international debate. His administration has faced criticism for restricting press freedom, silencing dissenting voices, and increasing state control over media outlets. Several journalists and media organizations have reported censorship and limitations on their ability to operate freely, raising concerns about the erosion of democratic principles and the emergence of authoritarian tendencies. Critics argue that these measures undermine freedom of expression and the public's right to information. However, Traoré defends his approach as a necessary strategy in the face of growing misinformation, internal unrest, and foreign influence. He contends that controlling the narrative is essential for safeguarding national unity, preventing destabilization, and maintaining public order in a country grappling with terrorism and political transition. The government has also been accused of deploying propaganda to shape public perception, enhance Traoré's image, and promote state policies. Supporters of the administration argue that a unified message helps strengthen national identity and resilience, especially in times of crisis. Traoré's media policy underscores the complex balance between upholding civil liberties and ensuring security in a volatile region. While his approach has drawn controversy, it reflects the broader challenges facing leaders who must navigate both democratic ideals and urgent national security imperatives. Traoré's legacy, a new paradigm for African leadership. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's leadership marks a significant departure from conventional governance models in Africa, embodying a new vision rooted in self-reliance, regional unity, and assertive diplomacy. Rejecting the traditional Western-centric frameworks that have long shaped African development, Traoré emphasizes national sovereignty, cultural pride, and economic independence. His policies prioritize the interests of the Burkina people, focusing on resource control, youth empowerment, and strengthened defense capabilities. This bold approach resonates with a growing desire among African populations for autonomy, dignity, and freedom from external influence. By fostering regional cooperation, most notably through the Alliance of Sahel States, AES, Traoré advocates for African-led solutions to African challenges, setting an example for neighboring nations. His leadership has inspired both admiration and controversy. While critics point to concerns over press freedom and centralized power, supporters view him as a symbol of resistance against neo-colonialism and a champion of Pan-African ideals. Traoré's influence extends beyond Burkina Faso, energizing movements and leaders across the continent who seek to reclaim control over their destinies. Ultimately, Captain Traoré's legacy may be the emergence of a more confident, self-determined, and united Africa, one that defines its own path on the global stage and reimagines governance through the lens of sovereignty and solidarity. This growing alliance between Botswana and Burkina Faso is more than political strategy. It's a symbol of a new era. With Captain Traoré at the forefront, African leaders are rejecting colonial leftovers and choosing unity, strength, and innovation. The call for an African military industry is just the beginning, and it's gaining momentum fast. As Traoré continues to inspire courage across the continent, the message is loud and clear. Africa will no longer borrow its freedom, it will forge it. The world should take notice, because a powerful, self-reliant Africa is rising.